Hello, in this video we're going to learn algebra expansion and factorization. Okay, so let's start with the first simple question. Make x the subject of the formula. Okay, so this question means we have to make the equation becomes like x equals to something. So to do this is actually very simple. We just have to move everything to the other side until our equation left only x at one side. Okay, so the first step we can do is move the square root to here. So it becomes y squared equals to x squared plus 1. After that, move the 1 here. It becomes y squared minus 1 equals to x squared. So the last step, you just have to move the square. And then it will become square root. But take note, every time you remove the square and make it become square root, right? You have to add a plus minus in front of your square root. Okay, so the final answer is plus minus square root y squared minus 1. Simple. Next one, expand the brackets and simplify. Okay, so you guys remember how to do algebra, right? Every time they ask you to expand, you must make sure you multiply each and every terms inside the both brackets. So the first one is 5 times 3, I get 15. Then 5 times n, I got plus 5n. Negative n times 3, negative 3n. Negative n times n, I got negative n squared. Okay, so to simplify this, you should get negative n squared plus 2n plus 15. Simple. Next one, expand the brackets and simplify. So here I want to teach you one shortcut. So every time you see something like this, a plus b, and then they give you a square. Okay, so instead of doing the two brackets thingy multiply one by one, okay, a plus b squared, you just need to memorize. It will become a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, remember the 2ab is not equals to a squared plus b squared only. Get it? So let's say this example, your a is the x, and then your b is the 4. So when you expand it, it will become x squared plus, so ab is a times b. So 4 times x, you get x. And then you times another 2. So you get 8x. And then plus the b squared. 4 squared is 16. Okay, so the next one, just multiply 1 by 1. So 5 times 3x, I get 15x. 5 times 2, 10. Then you just simplify this one. So it becomes x squared, 8 plus 15 plus 23x plus 16 and 10, 26. So this is your final answer. Very simple. Then we come to the factorization. Okay. So the first question, factorize completely 12n squared minus 4mn. Okay, so to do this kind of factorization, you just have to remove whatever they have in common. Okay, so let's start with the number part first. 12 and 4. They have common factor number 4, right? So it means we can take out the number 4, and then we look at the algebra, n squared and mn. So the algebra they have in common is n. Okay, but only one n. We cannot take out n squared because the 4mn only got one n. Okay, so after I take out 4n bracket, so 12 divided by 4, I left 3. N squared, I took out 1n, I left 1n. And then minus, so 4 divided by 4, you left 1. And then mn, you take out the n, you left m. So the answer is this one. Very simple. Okay. Then question B. Factorize x squared minus 2x minus 24. Okay, so every time you see this kind of equation in this form, like they will give you like ax squared plus bx plus c. This kind of equation, remember it is called quadratic equation. Okay, so to factorize this quadratic equation, you just have to use your calculator. Okay, you go to the equation and then degree 2. And then your calculator will ask you for the ABC. So you just need to key in accordingly. Okay, so for example, this one, my A is 1, then my B is -2, my C is -24. Okay, so once you key in your calculator, they will show you the final answer, x equals to 6 and -4. Okay, but we haven't finished. We must show the steps. So to show the steps, we have to do the reverse step, like how we get this x equals to 6 and -4. Okay, so first you draw two brackets, then first one we have the x equals to 6, right? So you just have to move everything together and let the equation equals to 0. For example, x equals to 6. So if I move the 6 here, I got x minus 6 equals to 0. So which means the x minus 6 is the thing I want to fill into my bracket. Okay, and then x equals to -4. So same thing, the 4 move to the x side, I got x plus 4 equals 0. So the x plus 4 is the other thing I want to fill in the bracket. Okay, simple. So lastly, solve the equation 5x squared, blah blah, show your working and your answers correct to 2 decimal places. So every time if they ask you to factorize the equation and they ask you to give your answer in decimal places, which means you cannot use calculator anymore. You must use the formula, okay, which is -b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so for example, okay, x equals to, so here my -b is, my b is the 10, so I got -10 plus minus square root b squared minus 4. So the a is 5, then the c is 2 over 2a, so 5 here. Then you simplify this, so 10 squared minus 4 times 5 times 2. Okay, so it becomes -10 plus minus square root 60 over 10. Okay, so to get the two answers, the first one you solve is, okay, x1 equals to -10 plus square root 60 over 10. And then the x2 is -10 minus square root 60 over 10. Okay, so x1 is -0.23. Okay, then the last one, x2, should get -1.77. So this is how you do the expansion and factorization. That's it.